You know what I've come to realize recently? I think comfort's a tiny bit overrated. Let me tell you how I came to this conclusion. I realized that ever since high school, probably younger, the paths I've taken have been the paths that have given me the least discomfort. I didn't really think too much about what I was doing. I was just, being a kid enjoying life. So I just took path of least resistance. I was good at math and physics and other science subjects. I took math, physics, and chemistry in 11th and 12th. And my father was a computer scientist and that used a lot of math and science subjects. I'm like, okay, I guess that's the natural way to go. And, I took the natural job after that, and now I'm getting my income that lets me be comfortable, live in a comfortable house. I don't feel any discomfort. But then, why wasn't I feeling fulfilled? Not to say that my present life is horrible or anything. I have a good life. So what was the difference from right now in college? I realized that college wasn't all about going to class, right? We hung out with our friends. We had to live in the moment, and because it was our first time living by ourselves, and we were trying to navigate this whole living by yourself, living next to friends. So every moment we were present. You weren't thinking about, oh, what am I going to do next year? Everything was already defined. All you had to think about was, what are you doing right now? How am I going to enjoy this weekend? What am I going to do tonight? So those were the types of thoughts you had, and you were already building towards this final destination. You were fulfilled because you were building towards something. But since I graduated, I've not been building towards something. I realized that I don't care how high of a position I get in a company. That's not what I really care about. I don't care how much money I make either, I don't think, because after a certain point, the value of the extra income isn't as important to me as it is to others. So I think I realized that the reason I wasn't fulfilled was because I stopped building towards something. And that realization changed how I thought, and I started really looking into what I enjoyed and what I wanted to do with my life now. Because I don't think life is about comfort, because I'm probably the most comfortable I've ever been, if you take aside how fulfilled I'm feeling. But I think too much comfort makes you uncomfortable, and I think that's just how we're wired, because I don't think humans ever had the chance to be comfortable. We were either trying to survive from, tigers and snakes, or we were fighting in a war. We always were in situations where we had to live in the moment. But I think in the past few years, probably decades, we've gotten so much technological advancements that we can almost live life on autopilot. It's kind of scary. You don't have to think about anything. If you want food, you just can get microwavable food. You drive to work while listening to music, so you don't think about anything. At work, you're just staring at a screen, and you can daydream while working sometimes, And when you're back, you come home, you go to the gym, you put music at the gym, you come home, take a shower, and then what do? Watch YouTube, maybe cook dinner. Most people probably get take-home food. So you're just living life on autopilot. And I think what I realized was my 20s are not to live on autopilot. 20s are to figure out what I like, what I want to build, and start building towards something. I think that's the message I want to leave. Is the way to make your 20s as good as you want it to build towards something. Just a thought.